Troy, when you come off the kind of year you did, and that was obviously such a breakout year, and you led this team, what do you try to work on in order to be a 1,000-yard receiver for this team this year?
For sure. I just think consistency, my stamina a little bit, and just working at the things that I've done, that I know that work. So, just those things right there. I think those are the things.
This program hasn't had a receiver draft in the first or second round since '98. You guys obviously came here hard to change that. Why will you be a guy who will change that, whether that be a year from now or 2 years from now?
I think it's just all, the proof's in the pudding. If you watch my film, I just do what receivers do, at a high level. That's what I think is, or can put me in that, area or whatever.
How have you gone about trying to help all these transfers catch up to speed on that playbook? Like, how's their learning curve been, and how's the room kind of shaping up?
Man, I'm just kind of like, leading by example, just showing guys how it's done or whatever. Obviously telling them when they have questions or whatever. And just, kind of just trying to, make it easier for everybody, even myself, because it's a new playbook for me too. Yeah. So, yeah, we're all just helping each other.
When you do look at those new guys, like in the room in general, like how would you describe the collection of receivers and what you guys can bring?
Man, I think we're one of the best in the country, for real. We got some Trayshawn, Tez, Chris, those guys, that already have played. The new guys that came in, they're pretty good too, so we got some guys that can play for sure.
What you seen out of Trayshawn? What's he been like so far behind the scenes?
Trey's been really good, making some plays down the field for sure. Snappy. I like him a lot, so yeah.
He's kind of like a deep guy or a middle guy, or
I feel like he's all around for sure.
Okay.
Most definitely. Yeah.
From your perspective, just how have you seen Dan called this offseason the season of good to great? From your perspective, just how have you seen that kind of evolve for your group, for yourself, your position?
Can I get that one more time?
Dan called this offseason the season of from going good to great.
Yeah.
Just from your perspective, how have you seen your team embrace that kind of mentality?
Man, I just think we're really locked in. Lately, our competition has been really high. Everybody's just been getting everybody better. Iron sharpening iron type deal, and you can just kind of it's just that feel. It's kind of different. So yeah.
The offense was high-powered last year. Lots of yards, lots of points. How are you feeling about what it's going to be like this year, and can it improve?
Most definitely. There's always areas to improve. Just like this morning, we just went over some things we had to improve. So, I think, there's always just areas to improve on. But, yeah.
You mentioned the new playbook. How different will the offense be? Like, will we see a drastically different thing? Will it look similar to us?
I think it'll be similar, Obviously, he has his touch on things like that. But, yeah.
Personally, what are some of those areas you want to improve your game on?
I think maybe my play strength, I can just play a little stronger, when I'm releasing. Maybe if a stronger DB just, gives me a little jam or something, I can get off it a little cleaner, things like that. But other than that, obviously there's things, but that's one of my main focuses right now.
Second year with Bo, looking back a year ago, entering camp, what things has he gotten better at, year over year now?
I think Bo has just has done a good job at, being a consistent, great player, great leader, things like that, and yeah.
How does Bo lead?
How does he lead?
Yeah.
He's very vocal, he's on the field, telling guys what to do, what they need to do, where they need to be, things like that, what a typical leader is doing for sure.
What about off the field?
Off the field, yeah, definitely. Man, I remember there's a couple of times where he's getting guys together. We're going out to eat and stuff. Just making sure guys are straight, things like that. Make sure guys getting in class, things like that. Make sure guys doing their stuff.
There's a offensive coordinator change. There's obviously a lot of talk about how the coordinator and the quarterback are going to get along. What does building a relationship with your quarterback look like from a wide receiver standpoint?
Let me get that one more time.
When there's an OC change, there's obviously a lot of talk about quarterback and the OC relationship. But what does building a relationship with a new offensive coordinator look like for you, especially with Kenny's departure?
Oh yeah, that's definitely important. Because he's obviously the guy that is running the offense. He has a lot to say, things like that. So to get a relationship with him is important for sure.
Looking back at this time last year, you were sitting here. Did you know at this point that you and Bo would have that would flourish into the connection that you guys have now?
Man, nah, I really didn't. It was kind of crazy to me and shocking that I had, like the season I had, I would say. But yeah, it was pretty cool for sure.
You talked about those new weapons that will be in that receiver room. How's that competition even within that room going to help you excel your game?
Man, a lot, because we got a lot of weapons for sure. Everybody has a goal to get to where they want to be and stuff. So, doing that or having that is just, everybody just works hard for sure. So, yeah.
What's that off season look like for you guys? Are you guys out running every day, working with Bo or quarterbacks or anything?
Oh
Or
man,
you
we
doing
get
your
a
own
we get a
things?
lot of work in for sure. We got to definitely rest our bodies. I wouldn't say we run routes like every day, but we definitely get a lot of work in. And yeah, for sure. So we're getting our chemistry down definitely.
Jeff Bossa told us that you need to ask Mike Tiz is called the Tasmanian Devil.
Quick, fast. I would say that spring game play. When he broke out, that's kind of just that describes him right there for sure.
If you're here next year, obviously there's the potential for the NCAA video game to return. What would it mean to you to be on that game?
That would be pretty cool. I remember playing that game a while back, and to be in it or, just whatever, get a pension, whatever, that would be cool for sure.
You mentioned the competition's been pretty high this offseason.
Yeah.
Who stood out to you as a guy that's maybe just elevated himself?
One guy or a couple guys, Justice Lowe, Darian Anderson, and Kyler Casper. I think those guys have definitely, stepped up to the plate and, showed up for real. Yeah, so.
Have you seen the new guys kind of blending in well and finding their way?
Oh, and Jerion Dickey. But most definitely, yeah, most definitely.
How's that? It's got to be a tough transition, guys coming in.
Exactly, yeah. Everybody's had that transition, getting up here, playing college football, but they're doing a great job of just, like messing up, learning what they got to do correctly the next time, and just having that next play mentality that we were preached to have, so are taught to have. So yeah.
Evan Williams said he wants this defense to be feared more this
Exactly.
season. As a guy that goes up against that group consistently, just what have you seen from them?
I would say I've kind of seen that, most definitely. We've added some new pieces, so yeah, for sure. Yes, sir.